So this past month and a half, I am having to learn all over again that sometimes you don't always thrive and be on top of your game and able to get everything done that you want to and feeling like you're accomplishing things, but sometimes you just survive. Sometimes you just get through it. And this past month and a half have been really tiring for me because I've been pregnant. I'm in my first trimester of pregnancy, and my little 9-month-old has been teething really bad, so she's been waking up several times a night, and I've been getting up with her, and so I'm tired from that. And then just, you know, just daily life with kiddos, getting them ready for school in the morning, and running errands and trying to keep up with sports and just everything. It's been tiring, and I'll tell you what, our house has been pretty darn messy most of the time. This is the best it's looked in a while. And I'm having to learn all over again that sometimes it's okay to just be in the mess. Sometimes you are not on top of your game, sometimes you just can't keep up with everything, and that's okay. And that's a hard thing for me because ever since I was young, I like to feel like I'm in control and I'm on top of things and I'm succeeding at everything and doing my best, and everybody around me is happy and pleased with how I'm doing, and it's just not always the case. Like I said, sometimes we don't always thrive, we just survive. And so it's kind of been a survival season, hoping to get more energy soon. But I've been learning a lot the past couple weeks. I've noticed when I'm in seasons like this, where I am not on top of my game all the time, I feel it gets discouraging and I start to feel inadequate a lot of times. And it reminds me of, you know, growing up being a teenager, I wanted to please people so badly. I wanted to please God. I wanted to feel like I was, you know, superhuman, just able to do everything, on top of everything. I didn't ever want to show any weakness or imperfection. And just that feeling of needing to be, you know, needing to reach this standard and needing to be a certain way really started to weigh me down and stress me out. And in my older teenage years, it just really weighed heavy on me. And through different people and different circumstances and different things, God really started to free me from that feeling and just help me to realize that, you know what, He's pleased with me right where I'm at. I'm not perfect, and that's okay. I don't have to be, and I don't have to impress people all the time. I don't have to live up to this standard. And one way that He started to show me that was growing up, I always loved rocks. I don't know why, I've just always loved rocks. And my mom, every time she'd go to do laundry, she'd have to check my pants pockets because I'd always collect rocks anytime I was outside, put them in my pants pockets, and so she'd always have to check them and pull them out before she did the laundry. And so I just think it's cool because God uses things that are unique to us to speak to us in our lives and show us His love. And so I started finding heart-shaped rocks almost every time I went outside. Even if it was just walking to my car from my house, I would find a heart-shaped rock. And I would collect them every time I found them. And there were times that I would find one and I would, you know, it was like every time I found one, it was like God whispering in my ear, you know, I love you, I'm pleased with you, like you're okay. And there were so many times that I'd pick one up and find one and just feel like that breath of fresh air, because I hadn't realized that I had been in a mindset of not feeling adequate enough, not feeling good enough, or like I had the right mindset at that time, or was doing the right thing. And so just to have that little just token of God's love and Him telling me, it's okay, you're good, I love you, I'm pleased with you, and finding those just over and over again. Over the course of a couple years, I found over 1,000 of them, and I saved them in my window well, and they kept piling up higher and higher. And little things like that, I just started to realize that, you know what, I'm not perfect, and it's okay. And I think that it's the willingness in our hearts to want to be a good person, to want to please God, and to just want to be somebody, you know, that's kind and loving and all of that. Just that yes in our hearts. I think that is what matters. And, you know, we're gonna mess up. We're human. We're not perfect along the way. But God loves us. If we have good friends and family, they love us despite our imperfections. And we have to have grace on ourselves. That is the hardest part for me, is just giving myself grace, you know. I still deal with that standard in my own mind of, oh, I should be doing this. I should have the house perfectly clean all the time. I should, you know, do this as a mom and spend more time with them doing this. And just whatever the standard is, it's always there. And seasons like this remind me that I have that standard and that I don't always measure up. But it's freeing to have those reminders of God saying, no, it's okay. My husband reminded me today, you know, sometimes you just gotta be in the mess. Sometimes life is just messy, literally messy, emotionally messy, spiritually messy, physically messy, I don't know. But sometimes you just gotta be in the mess, and it's okay. And so I just like that. I'm thankful that I have gracious people around me and a gracious God who says you don't have to be perfect. Sometimes you just survive. And so I encourage you guys today, give grace to yourself, because we are human, we're imperfect. God knows that, we know that about each other, and goodness, I know that about myself. So just give yourself grace if you're in a season like I am. Just make it through. Know that you are loved, you are good enough, and it's gonna be okay. It's just a season. And just remember, guys, it's not always easy. Life is not always easy. Our seasons are not always easy. But we just gotta remember what we're doing this for. What we're doing is important, and oh, so worth it. And in these hard seasons, we can grow so much. So be encouraged today, and I hope you guys have a great week.